So platforms, and whether you're talking about bank platforms or independent platforms, we think have 5 layers of fees. And so the first is there's a account keeping fee, could be $500, $700, for example. The second is a FUM fee, which is a basis point on the assets then under management. There are then execution or brokerage fees on top of that, cash fees, so taking a discount on cash on deposit, and then the fifth are the FUM fees, or the model manager portfolio fees. And if you put all those together, we think on an average $300,000 account, you're being charged from any one of these platforms somewhere between 1.2 and 1.8%. Oh, look, the biggest hidden fees we think are in the execution brokerage space, because most platforms, particularly the independents, don't have their own execution capabilities. They rely on wholesale providers, institutional providers that charge them institutional rates, and then they put retail rates on top, or markups on top of those execution rates. That in itself is actually not the worst part. The worst part then is the netting of transactions, where if you have 2 investors, one buying $1,000 of BHP, the other selling $1,000 worth of BHP, those 2 transactions are netted. It's just a book entry. But both those investors are charged a retail rate of execution as if it was being sent to the market and back again. We see transparent and fair pricing as the future. So if you think about the layers of fees we discussed earlier, we think that offerings of the future should be a single upfront fee, transparent, and do away with these layers of fees and fees that advisors and end clients don't necessarily understand. So whether they're cash skim or brokerage uplifts, whether they're custodial fees or account keeping fees, we think that there needs to be a single upfront cost. And if you put that in relation to managed accounts, we think that that's a far more transparent and easier product for clients to understand.